All right, an abbreviated version of extra time by the standards that have been recently set on this programme.
So clearly, somebody in the gallery has places to go.
They know there'll be tangents.
We like that.
Just the 4 questions, but they're good ones. Nathan...
Why sound so surprised when you say that?
Just not the usual guff.
We actually have good questions today.
Well, they're all football related, I can tell you that. Nathan gets us kicked off. Do you guys honestly think any other manager would improve this Manchester United?
Yes.
Or are you just going to use this as another opportunity to take shots at Ole?
But isn't it his job to improve this Manchester United? Didn't he have, is this his 3rd transfer window now?
Yep.
To improve this Manchester United? That's part of the job and part of the criticism.
So how much better would they be under Jurgen Klopp, this
Better.
this United?
This 11.
Significantly better?
Yeah.
This 11.
I think the point is it's this.
Right, if we're talking about this 11, never mind his feelings in transfer window. I think they'd be a lot better because they'd have an identity, and they'd still lose quite a lot because they don't have as much quality as they normally associate with United. But they have an identity and they have a way of playing that everybody would know.
I think if a real quality manager like that was there, they would be above Chelsea. Well, they wouldn't be in the title race, don't get me wrong. They would be a long way. But as Shaq said, they would have a structure and it would be on the training ground. And you talk to Liverpool players, they train like it's a game a lot of times. So it's very focused and that's what it comes across as.
Jules, I know you talked about this on the show, but it bears repeating. You talked about the share price. Surely there comes a point where that doesn't matter. It's what happens on the field that matters.
No, I'm sorry. I mean, I would like to say yes. He's going to get fired, and he should get fired, but he's not going to get fired. He will be there until the end of the season. He will be there probably next season as well, and they just don't see it the way we see it. That's the thing. He's got a worse average point than David Moyes, than Louis van Gaal, and then Jose Mourinho. He's lost more Premier League matches since he joined in a year ago, like a bit more than a year ago. He's lost more Premier League matches than he's won, and he's going to finish the season. It's crazy, crazy stuff.
So they're not lining anyone up, Jules, even behind the scenes, secretly?
Not lining up in the sense like, okay, in March or in April, or you have someone else will come over and let's talk with someone and let's put something in place and let's discuss a contract with another manager. No, I don't think so. I think they are aware, like every single club, of okay, what can we do next? Who could we get? What kind of direction we want to go to? Like everyone else in the world, if you run a football club, well, at least I hope they do. But right now, it's all about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And again, as we said, backing him up in January, backing him up in the summer, giving him a bit more time. And we all think he's the wrong choice, but that's their choice at the moment.
But if they lost, say, and I totally agree with what Jules is saying there, there's almost a kind of laughing at the supporters from within the boardroom from certain members. But if he was to lose, say, like next 6 games straight or something, they might have to make a decision. But I think what will happen is the topsy-turvy pendulum will just keep swinging away, and it will swing from bad to average to half decent, and it'll always just be enough to keep Woodward and the Glazers from making that decision, and they'll just use that as an excuse to say, well, we're going to do something a little bit different in the summer. And
their better performances have come against the better teams, haven't they? They'll probably beat Chelsea in a couple of weeks.
Which wouldn't surprise you. You're absolutely right. In that respect, I think United kind of live up to the billing. That they do match the big boys fairly well. But, that's all well and good, but it serves no purpose if you just keep dropping points.
But let's be honest, I know we're only 4 questions, we should keep this pretty short.
We're making up for it.
I would suggest, and I might be wrong, is that most of the big corporate shareholders of Man United don't actually know that much about football. And hence, when the club is making money, then ultimately, if I'm investing in Man United, personally,
I'm just very impressed by your financial knowledge around football, Craig.
Well, let me put it another way. If I'm investing personally in Man United a lot of money, taking out the fact that I do this job, right? If I wasn't doing this job, I wouldn't be fussed.
Yeah.
about what was happening on the field, as long as there was no danger to that capital and it was going to continue to grow, which, by the way, it is.
Yeah. I think
And
we should.
that's a
I think we
problem.
should introduce a new business segment to the show. By the way, Craig talks return on investment and.
Well, we have
earnings
no
per
more.
share.
We have no more Burley's boiling point. So we could have
Well, wait, hold on.
Burley's
Burley's inflection.
Burley's
point. Where the
Bloomberg
share
bits.
prices.
I'm bringing that back.
Oh, okay.
Just haven't decided when. Okay.
All right, talking about performing
Bit
against the
busy
top,
at the moment.
performing against the top teams I mentioned. Andy, why did Real Madrid and Barcelona struggle against third-tier teams today? We saw the action in the Copa del Rey, despite playing strong teams. Julien, you want to weigh in on this? It's just magic of the cup, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a bit of that. It's playing away from home in usually small stadiums, the pitch not always being great. There's also, let's be honest, a lack of motivation. No offense to the smaller side, but when you're a big club and big players and you have to go to those games, it's not as motivating than if you're playing Real Madrid in the in La Liga, for sure. They always try to do the job, and usually if they're professional and they take the game seriously, they do so. And if you look at it tonight, there actually hasn't been that kind of upset in the Spanish Cup at all. But it's often not always easy, because the other team, on the other hand, are very aggressive and they intense and they get in your face and all of that. So they're rarely easy games.
It's a World Cup final for
Yeah.
these boys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
Jack-
clearly that DJ in Ibiza threw
Well, I tell you what,
Barcelona out.
I'm glad it was raining in Ibiza anyway when Alexis did a piece, because they thought they were going there for sunshine and partying. So it rained. Tough. Shaka and I have been there.
Yeah.
Cup competitions, FA Cup. You go to some of these lower league teams when you're at a Chelsea or a Newcastle or wherever, and it's an eye opener.
Yeah.
Because it's like the land of the giant. I mean, I know it's changed in Spain. It's maybe a little different, and that was. But I remember going and thinking, is he playing?
Yeah.
Is he playing? Going like bruisers, and you can hit. They've got the studs. Get me the longest, sharpest metal studs and get them. And you think, oh no, this is going to be a long night. And it is. It's mentally, it's tough.
As Craig says, we've all been there. And when you do go there, you go there with one purpose: win and leave.
Yeah.
That's it. You get the job done, you leave. You don't dissect it.
And Jules, it was interesting hearing Griezmann after the game talking about how he liked playing that direct style in this sort of encounter.
Yeah, for him, it's probably more about what he used to Atletico Madrid with Simeone, and he kind of like, he's a fighter. This is the games that he likes, but you could see why the top teams sometimes struggle, like the boys have just said. It's so different than what they used to in the league.
All right, Jules, Larry, for you, returning to this theme, who is a better manager, Solskjaer or Valverde? Specifically wants your answer.
That's for Julien. I'm staying out of this.
Larry, come on, man. Come on, Larry. Like, it's late here in London. It's like, who's worse? They're as bad as each other. That's what they are, to be fair. It's just that it happened that one had his directors watching ESPNFC all the time and saying, you know what, actually those boys on ESPNFC, they took a lot of sense. Let's sack Valverde. And the other one is lucky because clearly they don't have ESPNFC anywhere in Manchester or wherever the Glazer lives.
Yeah.
And they don't listen to us.
So how many points would Manchester United have with Valverde in charge?
Same.
Right
Exact
now?
same.
Right, same.
Exact same.
Listen, he's got more nous than Solskjaer, isn't he?
You would think.
Yeah.
More experience, for sure. All right, finally, promised you 4 questions.
Oh, I heard him. Actually, before we came on air, we were listening to some audio being played from Old Trafford. I mean, he's not half rambling now, Solskjaer as well, isn't he? I mean, after that Liverpool game, talking about, we stayed in the game and that's progression. Oh, you should have been hammered. And then I heard him, I think it was Des Kelly from BT was interviewing him tonight, and he was talking about, he says, well, Des pretty much said, well, you're pretty rubbish, aren't you? And he said, well, this is only the second game I think we've lost at home since August. And I'm thinking, how big a hole is he digging here? So his rhetoric, he's just rambling now. I'm sorry. It's just, sorry. Am I rambling?
No.
It's late. Jules is going to be real annoyed because it's late in London.
Yeah.
And he's thinking, Shut that jock up. No.
DVD wants to know your guys' best football memory as a kid. So.
Oh, watching the 1982 World Cup.
Oh, that was
I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
And I used to watch it all. I mean, bear in mind the TV wasn't quite what it was. We got what we got. But
rabbit ears up on
in
the TV.
every game, watched whatever I could. I loved well, not saying it was the greatest World Cup, but it was. I just remember it. Scotland leading against Brazil and then getting hammered, and the French against West Germany, the Battiston, Schumacher, the Brazil-Italy game when Paolo Rossi scored the hat. I mean,
it was
for me that was just
amazing.
Mine was the '78 World Cup.
He's older.
Yeah. You mightn't know it, you mightn't guess it looking at us, but I am a little bit older than
You had to
Craig.
stay up late as a kid to watch that one. I remember it. The games were like 11 at night.
I don't
Well,
remember
for you,
that. See, I don't remember
I'm in Trinidad and Tobago, so 78 it's right there. But that
That's near
was Mario
Venezuela,
Kempes.
isn't it? Trinidad and Tobago.
No, just a little bit. Just, very close. So, but Mario Kempes, of course, was leading scorer.
Yeah.
The only time I've ever been starstruck in my life is coming to work, first time at ESPN, meeting Mario Kempes, because that's my first World Cup experience, 78, and all of a sudden you walk into Mario Kempes standing there. That was
not every day of the week, is it?
No,
he's the most down-to-earth guy you could ever meet.
Incredible.
Someone who scored in a World Cup final. Jules, as a young, impressionable lad in France, what memories?
It has
86
to be
World
one of
Cup?
the PSG games.
PSG?
No, in the 98 World Cup I was 17, so...
Okay.
What World Cup?
I was more of a teenager.
What World Cup?
But as a kid...
98?
The 1998 World Cup. That's
You
the
were only
first one
17?
really that I was the one before. 1998, I was 17, yeah. What, do you think I look even younger than that?
Well, you wouldn't remember the 94 World Cup, Jules. France didn't make it, did they?
No. I mean, let me start again then. No, let me start again. Yeah, for me, the 1998 World Cup, I was 5 at the time, and even if I was only 5, it was a great memory for me. Fantastic, France winning it for the first time ever, like amazing.
You were out in the Champs-Élysées celebrating as a 5.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It's the only thing he remembers from that World Cup is Scotland. And how we
Was Scotland there? Scotland were not there in 98, were they?
Yes.
Shut up. We disgraced the nation again. Apparently, according to some supporters. It was a lovely World Cup. We did what we always did. It was success. We got sent home, the normal time.
Yeah.
People had booked their holidays. It didn't affect anybody. Book your holidays for the group stage.
Did what it said on the tin.
Did what it said. Book your holidays for the group stage. Not a bother.
Yeah.
Won't have to cancel.
Didn't realise that you weren't.
I tell you what, I have to say, we were in the Euros. I was in the Euros for 5 weeks in 2016 in France, and the World Cup playing in it. And I thought on both occasions, I'm not just saying this because Jules is here, and that's why it's a little frustrating they're taking it around everywhere they're taking it now, which I know we are covering it, we have the rights. But I did think France did an amazing job in both those competitions, and certainly from a playing perspective, we were royally looked after, and everything was super professional.
But more to the point, did that restaurant in Lyon deserve to lose its star? The restaurant in Lyon, does it deserve to lose its Michelin star?
Well, it's not. Unfortunately, it's not doing the shepherd's pie properly.
Well,
and Stevie's complained.
If you put corn in your shepherd's pie, you will lose a star. End of story.
I think our gastronomic expert may be back tomorrow to weigh in on that. Memories. Scotland haven't been back to a World Cup since. I just wanted to throw that in there. In the 98. But
no, could be a while.
We have. That's a big
Yeah.
You don't think Baku this summer is going to match Lyon and Paris?
No.
In terms of its...
Well, I don't know. I won't be there.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll have a Liverpool game to look back on the show.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPNFC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.